ladies and gentlemen, would you like to win one of these from Acolyte Miniatures, the Butcher? Stay tuned for all this meaty goodness and more, because it's time. It's time. It's time. It's Spud time. Chilling Wargamers, Season 5, Return of the Spud. I'm Andy 2D6. And he's finally back. The co-host with the mo-host, Mr. Spud Tate.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Thank you very much. I am back at last in this wonderful, wonderful community of Wargaming. And thank you, Andy, for sorting everything out while I've been away, keeping up the fort, keeping the team strong and going. Thank you for the community, for staying with us all. And this evening, our special guest is us. Yes! And tonight, for one show only, we have the man that steals everything that's not nailed down. It's Mr. Dan, Danbringer K.
Steals everything, including our hearts.
And then, Mr. Ryan, from the role of the models. I didn't forget his name, so that's pretty good. And then, introducing, for a lifetime membership, his first show ever, we need to welcome the Mr. Elsination for the Nation of Castration, Mr. Paul Elsination for the Nation!
So we now have a magical dancing elf.
Yep.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So, viewers, if you've got any questions or anything for anything we've been up to over the last 3 to 6 years or how long we've been missing, put them below and we'll try and answer them as best as ability, as always.
Or if you want some pro painting advice.
Yep. Don't talk to us.
Bring it on.
Anyway, so, I'll start off, Mr. Andy 2D6. What have you been up to over this very long time?
Well, what haven't I been up to?
Yes.
I think I'm on to about my 9th game system now. Relics left, right and centre, which Spud knows all about, being
Relics.
a bit of a Relics champion himself, of course.
Twice.
However, he's not the only one who's a celebrated Relics player, because look at this. 3rd place.
Yes, Team CWG.
It's like first, but not quite as good. So we've been sweeping the Relics tournaments, haven't we, Spud?
Yeah, we've been sweeping all the tournaments from all over the world, haven't we, Dan Kane?
We have indeed.
You've got to do something to earn your ticket in, haven't you?
Yeah. Look at Dan.
Oh, you get a trophy, do you? Let's have a look at this.
Well, my medal and my certificate are hung up on my wall in there, in my showcase room.
Yeah, it's not a trophy, though, is it, Spud?
Not yet.
Now, what was that for, Mr. Danbringer?
X-Wing.
Yeah, I love Star Trek, it is.
Spud.
Get the start fighting game.
Spud, we've just lost about 50 subscribers after that comment.
When Obi-Wan Kenobi told Darth Vader his brother in episode 3 in about 57 minutes, mate, cried my eyes out.
That's why they went back in time to save Spock, isn't it?
Actually, yes, Spock. And that's in the extended version when Spock actually comes in and goes, "No, I'm your brother," and then there's a massive argument, and then he chops his foot off.
That was in the original, though, but when they redid it, they added kind of a CGI alien over Spock instead, didn't they?
Yeah, that's
They
how it all
completely
went
redid
down.
that scene. It just didn't work in the final version, I thought.
Yeah, that's a good show, that.
Right, what other games have been playing? Drop Zone, all over the place as well.
Drop Zone and everywhere, haven't we? It's just been absolutely
You've been winning at that as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've got a battle. Well, Dan's got a battle report on his channel. Ding.
we're coming soon, so yeah,
It's going to be pretty soon. So check that out because it's pretty awesome. Obviously, because
yeah, a feature length. So sit in for the long haul for that one.
Well, have you been losing at anything, Spud? We want to hear about that.
I did some demoing today at the Outpost. Just get my celebrator for a post thing like at the Outpost in Sheffield for relics. So I was doing demos over there. I lost a few games today, but that didn't go towards the rankings, unfortunately.
Did you
Did
lose
you
on
notice
purpose,
that
though?
if people were beating you, were they then going and buying loads of relic stuff?
Yeah, and even if I won, they were still buying it
That's a good sign then.
because they were just like, well, I really like these Space Marine looking guys, and I really like these fairies and these puppets, and they look alright. And then I'm like, yeah, but Orkney are just the best, the world champions twice. So they probably want to do with them if you want to win a game. Sold out of Orkney in a day.
That tactic really works though. I mean, convention I was at recently, and I just spotted one game and I thought that looks really cool. Sat down with the guy, had a demo game, beat him, and mistakes were made. I may have cleared the guy out of half of the stuff related to that game. A little.
The same thing kind of happened maybe with Drop Zone as well. As soon as I had the first game, it was like, I need to play this. And yeah.
It's like the carnival games, isn't it? They make it look so appealing, and they let you win a couple of games with really small prize, and they say, now you could gamble it all and win this giant teddy bear. And that's when he brings out the rigged piece of equipment that there's no chance of you possibly beating.
Shenanigans. But yeah, I've even been winning at Dread Bowl as well. So yeah, it's been pretty good.
You're just the winner, aren't you, in the moment? Just win everything.
Just by accident, I don't even mean to do it. I just like
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
well.
There's a new title for you, Spud, accidental winner.
I'm beginning to think there's some sort of foul play here. It's like, oh no, it's okay. Like, it's not gonna win. I'm gonna win, alright. And then the guy's just like, okay, yeah, you win.
That's what he does, Spud. He lulls everyone into a false sense of security because he goes in there and he's just acting like such a nice guy, acting like he doesn't know the rules, and then as soon as the game starts, it just crushes you into oblivion.
Oh yeah, I don't know this. Oh, you're dead.
We'll have to create a reward for any tournaments that happen to go on.
But yeah, it's just been pretty cool. We've had loads of new games played, haven't we?
I played my first game of Bolt Action yesterday. It did have a little bit of a twist, though, for anyone who's seen the pictures of Facebook. It did have an Oompa Loompa in the game. And Willy Wonka. If you want to see the preview to that, then on my channel right now there's a video called The Truth Behind the German Invasion of Belgium, which sets up that whole story, and then the actual battle report from yesterday is going to be on the Mighty Pezapoo's channel at some point this week.
Ooh.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. But I think that's a very good game, actually. It's very easy. I think you might like that, Spud.
It's such a brilliant mechanic as well. The turn system. Brilliant.
It's so simple as well. Just that one thing
It's
makes
like
the game
you
so
have the
exciting.
bag, you feel lucky. You feel lucky.
Yeah, so if you're into feeling around in people's bags,
Ah,
it's the game for you. Although Spud, I said you should probably play it, but I've changed my mind. I want to keep winning, or I want to have a chance of winning at that game. I don't want you involved, to be honest.
okay, I won't, mate.
My Dread Ball Monkeys still haven't won a game, you know.
Only time will tell, Andy. Time will tell.
I'm hoping that I don't win a single game until the next Mantic Open day, and then I enter them in the tournament and just win completely. That would be the ultimate turnaround. That'd be like one of those feel-good children's sports films.
You're like living the dream, wouldn't you?
Just before the final, someone says, "You can't have monkeys in this game," and they go and ask someone to look in the rules. Nope, there's no rule against having monkeys on your team.
Yeah.
And then with the final shot of the game, the monkey just jumps up and scores, and then everyone mops the pitch and
You're
hugs
like
him.
the Mighty Ducks of the Dread Bowl League, aren't you?
Yeah.
Essentially, yes. Right, what else has everyone been playing?
Well, I've also been up to a lot of Dread Zone. Dread Zone?
What's a Dread Zone?
That's a good game. Is that from Kickstarter?
No, let's try that again. Dread Ball. I've been one of the people responsible for Andy's monkeys not have much of a winning streak. In fact, I've been quite responsible for most of Andy's monkeys being sent to the morgue.
That was actually that was a close game last time, though.
Yeah. I think it's twice now, isn't it?
Yeah, there's only 1 point in it both times, if I recall.
I don't care. I killed more monkeys than I scored points.
That's not too difficult, though, is it?
That's fine talk, that.
See, I think it probably might be feeling 3 MVPs at once, like see no dreadball, play no dreadball, win no dreadball. That's the main problem.
Well, I think Andy's got the third part of that phrase down to a T.
See, if I wanted to win, I'd just start playing the Forge Fathers all the time, but I just have this affinity for those little space monkeys. The little genetically modified monkey clones.
Very kind to us, Andy, by not playing the Forge Fathers.
The one important thing is, have they got shoulder pads?
They do.
They do have shoulder pads, actually. Pretty much everyone in Dreadball has a
Even
shoulder
the
pad.
monkeys have got shoulder pads.
As long as there's no dead people on the bases or skulls.
There aren't, but you can get the down player markers, can't you?
Yeah, I've got them.
Where they're lying down on the base. So does that qualify as a dead body on a base?
Yeah.
Or do you need to have someone standing over it, like chopping someone's head off, and they're captured mid-swing in their pose?
Yeah. And most of the games that I've been playing as well, I've not even been using my rules right, so I've not even had my special rules that I get. I won the first Relics tournament, and I didn't even use any special rules, and I still managed to win.
But I'm seeing a bit of an odd coincidence here.
Yeah,
You keep winning all the time, while also doing all the rules incorrectly.
Yeah, but I'm wrong for myself. Like all my special abilities for me, I haven't used, and like my Dreadball, I didn't use. Like my guys were dying, and I wasn't even doing anything, and my guys can't die because we're robots, and I still won. No big deals.
I wish I could get into it more. I mean, one of our local gaming stores is really wanting to start up their own league and tournaments and things like that. But at the moment, where I am, there's just not enough players.
Yeah.
I think the game's a good game as a one-off thing. I don't find the league rules to be very good.
Mm.
But there's one solution to this, Ryan. There's actually quite a lot of houses for rent around my end. So if you move to Leeds, when Andy moves here, and Paul and everyone else moves to Leeds, that's on Leeds for everything.
Yeah.
To be honest, it would make it a bit of a long commute.
Yeah.
Spud's going to employ us all.
Yeah, I'll employ you all.
Okay, what sort of money are we talking here? Can I just ask? Might be worth it.
Penny day.
You all get to sleep on my floor on an airbed.
Is that an airbed each or one between us?
I'll get you one each because I'm a nice guy. Buy your own covers and your own pillows because I know some people are allergic to certain things and I can't be bothered. And then you find your own job and then pay me money for the flat and then that's it.
I think you've got a bit of a loose grasp of the word employ.
Yeah, I'll give you a roof over your head. I buy food sometimes and I cook.
But I've seen how you cook chicken. I'm not sure I want to eat that.
Mate, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. I'm still alive. So yeah.
Well, Spud, I think you're some kind of half man, half ogre beast that probably could live on just raw chicken.
Yep, I've tried raw chicken. It didn't do no. So that's just a myth. Just a myth. Everyone's lying.
Did it taste good though?
Not really. The texture's horrible. It's slimy as hell.
Did you marinate it in weathering pigments first and Tamiya clear paints?
Clear red. I cut it in half. I had Tamiya clear and red in wood, and then I had broken sword, rusty red in the other. They're beautiful, like paprika.
You know, raw chicken with Tamiya clear red dripping off it. I'm sure that will look just so appetizing.
Actually, then
If you look a bit more appetising, you can get Tamiya clear blue. It'd look interesting.
So we've been 11 minutes into the show and we're already talking about food.
Yeah.
We usually talk about chicken quicker than that, to be fair.
It's usually within the first minute or two.
No, I could.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've sold the pass.
Here you go. I'm going to put a model in front of the camera and disappoint everyone.
Okay, I think everyone needs to put a model in front of the camera. So we've got the Danbringers there.
Yeah.
Let's see what I've got.
Yeah.
See what I've got to hand?
Oh, look at this. I've got some beautiful relics action here. Look at that.
Oh,
Dirty
trooper.
Britannons.
Yeah, but look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh, let's see what else Donation's got there. What is that? Is that the Forge Fiend?
Something like that. It's a commission. Something he asked me to paint it. So.
Oh, look at that lovely lighting there coming off the weapon. Right, what's Spud got? Is that a cat?
It's a stuffed cat. My models are in the other room. You did say I was get some models.
Which game are you using that in?
This is going to be used in Drop Zone Commander.
As
It's
what?
going to be like a version of Godzilla, but it's going to be called Catzilla. And
It's still happened by me, but through adorableness.
it feels so real. It's really weird holding it. Like it just feels really real. It's really strange.
Well, until you picked it up, it was alive. You just killed it.
Right, has anyone not shown a model yet?
Nope.
Oh, let's see. What's Ryan got?
What is that, Ryan?
It's a World Weird from Hordes. It's part of a Circle faction.
Almost like a circle to me.
Just
I will
getting
say-
the odd bits painted up for the Journeyman League I'm in.
Oh.
I will say it looks a little bit like a Necron knee pad.
It does actually. Or possibly a shoulder pad.
Like magazines you can buy where you can slowly build up a model for half your life savings.
But really, I've just been working on my relics, my Dread Bowl, and my Drop Zone stuff. I've got
No,
nothing else
the
left
topic
now.
of relics, Bud.
Oh,
Got the
relics,
delicious relics T-shirt there.
Yes.
And word on the street is that a couple of people in here might be on the verge of becoming official Tor Gaming Rangers.
Yeah.
Is that right, Spud?
Yeah. I'm definitely there. Just
Yeah,
finishing
I am
painting
as well.
my
It's
guys
going
up.
to be tweets
Well,
again.
you were a ranger in a way today, weren't you, Spud?
Yeah, we're volunteering at the outpost in Sheffield. Just doing some intros or anything. We've got loads of videos on YouTube of battle reports of me winning all the time. Hopefully we're doing some more things like that, and hopefully I'll be doing some how to play videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, and also one of the said bat reports. I was given the points cost different to what it actually was. So there was a quick on-the-fly army change. So I think that's
Just needs to clear that up.
yeah.
Does that explain your subpar performance?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I completely excused it, to be honest.
because what happened is we say, oh, we'll do 150 points.
I think.
But then I made my friend a 200-point armor list. So when it come to filming, I was like, yeah, and then there's 200 points, and Dan went, yeah, but I was supposed to do 150. I went, no, I've changed it to 200 now. That's how it happened.
It was a beautiful moment captured on film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Real life interaction.
Isn't that
Right.
docking?
Sorry?
Just the whole
I don't know, I just do it when it's just emotional.
Right, let's
Yeah,
talk
you
recent
can-
purchases, shall we?
Recent purchases.
What's everyone spent their money on lately? Not chicken.
Ooh.
I'll just have a look in my little
Talking
bag.
wargaming here.
Ooh.
So I got some resin blocks for terrain building. I got some counters for rune counters for my Orkner. And then I've got some more P3 paint because I just like it and it's good to have.
Goes
And
well
I've
on
got-
chicken, doesn't it?
Yep, tastes delicious. And I got some of the new game air colour. And then models wise, I bought a full Britannian army for relics. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I accidentally got into Kickstarter, but we'll talk about that after.
Mr. Dan Bringer?
Yeah, I've not really bought much recently, but I have been paying. Hey, just because I haven't bought some doesn't mean I've nicked it.
You can tell his wife's next to him, can't you?
He's downstairs.
Oh, well, you're going to mention about the Britannians then, what you bought?
Yeah, I've acquired a Britannian army.
And the add-on.
Yeah. Should quiet you. She might watch this. Yeah, so I bought the Britannians. I've slowly but surely, I want to make my way through my old copy of Space and paint it up right nice. I'm expanding my PHR. I just today bought some. I think it's Tyrannus multi-missile launchers, which are fantastic at blowing up buildings.
Oh dear.
I'm blowing
The
it
hard
up.
hat's ready.
Yeah. I think the next scenario we're gonna have to play is one of the demolition scenarios.
Oh yeah, because that'd be awesome.
Yeah. You got to protect the buildings, and I've got to blow them up. I don't care about you. I'll just shoot the buildings.
Well, Mr. Destination, what about you?
I haven't really bought much recently. I've invested in Kickstarters, but there's nothing. I'm not going to get anything for a year. But I did actually put together one of these things that I bought a little while ago. And this is from Mears Miniatures.
Oh, wow.
Is it wearing a tutu?
No, it's kind of like a vest chainmail.
Those what do you call it? Those male adult diapers.
Yeah, it's it's a bit weird because they got different color resin, so it gives a different impression. But
Well, you try sitting on a toilet with a tail like that.
you're like, no, that's not going to work. So but yeah, apart from that, I've kind of had a busy life doing other bits and bobs, but commission work and stuff like that. So not been buying much.
Okay, Mr. Role Models.
Mainly board games, to be honest. Just something quick that you can pull out of the gaming clubs and things. I have picked up a fair amount of.
You'll be pulling things out quickly.
That'd be a bit dodgy taken out of context there. But yeah, Dust, some Axis stuff for Dust Tactics, Dust Battlefield. And just, in fact, last night I picked up some barricades, which I haven't even opened up yet, but they're like concrete barricade sort of things, so that I can start using them for this game.
Ooh, nice.
Batman game. That there is Ra's al Ghul,
Not Liam Neeson.
who looks amazingly like Liam Neeson. So that's quite good. That I quite like that. So I've got those to be working on, but mainly War Machine. I need to get cracking with my War Machine to build my army up.
Right, over the last couple of months, things I've been purchasing mainly, obviously wonderful relics that everyone knows and loves. You should do by now. And also, when I went to the Warlord Open Day, I was tempted by Bolt Action, and of all the wonderful factions out there that have just millions of releases for them, just tanks coming out their ears. You've got the Germans, British, Americans, French, all these different things with huge model ranges. I decided to be different and go for the mighty Belgians, the Chocolate Warriors. They were only in World War II for 18 days, but I think I could prolong that a little bit. I'm not sure I'm going to do too well in game with them. I think they look quite sweet though. Sweet like chocolate, you might say.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's time to look at the comments. We had one on Facebook earlier actually. It was a question.
Ooh.
Now, the pro painters among us, all of us of course.
Yeah.
Let's see, a first-time viewer would like to know. He wants some advice on ethnic skin tones, as it's something he's struggling with. So I imagine by ethnic he means anything other than Caucasian skin tones.
Yeah.
Anyone got any tips?
Same, really. I'd probably do exactly the same. I just wouldn't highlight up to as much as what you would if you wanted him as white as me, or as white as Andy.
If you want to go as white as me, you don't need to do any washes or highlights.
Yeah, you just literally
just do white.
Just paint it still white. And
highlight
it's
up.
like, no,
Prime and then paint the hair on.
yeah. But yeah, it's pretty much the same, but you're just going to be using browns, more browns, maybe.
Well, people like me who pretty much paint skin, if it's pale skin, as just the skin colour followed by a wash. And then if you're really, really lucky, maybe apply the original colour to the end of the nose or the ears or something to give it some highlight.
Yeah.
So that's about the most advanced it gets for me.
I think the main problem with doing different skin colours, maybe like darker skin tones, it tends to be, if you just go for plain colours such as your browns, your yellows, your greens, things like that, it kind of looks a bit cartoony. I find if you put at least a little bit of a flesh tone in there as well, it brings it up to be a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to go with I put a different effect. I paint it as I would a Caucasian, and then I put like a brown ink wash over it. So you still get all the highlights and everything like that, but it tints everything a different colour. So
yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do like browns up to the flesh, kind of darker, like 50%,
yeah,
and then wash it back down again. And that's probably where you think, because like, obviously you want like your lines here under your nose and your cheekbones, your jawline. Then you're going to wash it back down into the darker. It depends how dark you want your skin as well.
If you start the base colour for it too dark, there's not a lot you can do because you're going to lose some of the detail, aren't you?
Yeah.
And so very few members of the human race are like really totally 100% black in the skin, are they?
Yeah.
Could try what most people in the real world do and just apply a load of fake tan. About 67 layers will probably do it.
Have any of the pigment companies come out with a fake tan pigment yet?
Oh, that's a point.
Yeah, it used to be called chestnut ink.
Oh, that was a brilliant colour.
Want to get a broken toad on this, I think.
Yeah, fake tan. Applying. So I wonder what that tastes like.
Right, I'm looking at the comments right now. There's lots of people celebrating because the show's back. I'm trying to find actual questions. Oh, here's one from Blackblade68. Did anyone back the Kickstarter Dungeon Saga?
Very tempted, but didn't, unfortunately.
Accidentally, I pledged it.
So, hang on, Spud, sorry. You accidentally went onto Kickstarter, accidentally clicked on the right one, accidentally put your password in, and accidentally selected your payment method.
That's exactly how it went. It was like you were sat next to it. It was just so weird. And then I accidentally added add-ons as well. It was just
the thing is, a few minutes before it ended, he fell asleep on the keyboard, and then every time he'd snore, his face would kind of come up, and his nose would drop back down again on the enter key. So he just kind of went through all the options that way.
I pledged $160 something altogether.
That is exactly the same amount I pledged.
So I've got my board game with all the models and add-ons. I've got
exactly 160 something.
Yeah, because 160 something. I don't know.
Precisely.
And then don't let me go have a look what it was. And then I've got the box set. I've got the $25 add-on for the dragon, and then I've got $25 for either another add-on or for one of the limited edition resin sets. And then I've got some counters, and I think that way, just in case they brought like another exclusive model out or something, I could put the money, so I put 4 max, put it in.
Yeah, I went with the basic game and the Abyssal style expansion and a couple of extra resin bases as well, because I've got some old Mantic models knocking around in one of the drawers from the good old Mantic crazy boxes and the crazy bags that you tend to get. So I've got some Abyssal dwarves I'm going to use on them.
And because I spent over $200, I got a free rulebook as well.
You sure?
Yeah, I may have been very nice and put a bit of my pledge onto Spud so he could get the nice hardback rulebook.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
What a nice guy letting Spud spend his money to get me stuff.
To be honest, what majorly put me off it was the fact that it was going to take a whole year before we get it. I mean, I know this is how Kickstarters work and things like that. I won't get all the shiny models and things like that. They're the Kickstarter exclusives, but I just thought I don't want to really throw so much money at something that I'm not going to get until a year down the line.
Well, the way I look at it, I've got enough models to last me all year painting-wise, so I don't have to worry too much about that. The speed that I paint at isn't incredibly fast. And one thing that occasionally gets these Kickstarters, because you're not going to get them for a year, something will be released, say from one of the particularly large companies with no build-up at all, just suddenly it's out there, and then everyone rushes out and buys it. But if you look at what actually came out, then GW had the big Nagash release, and I'm not sure one model like that really competes with an entire game system for exactly the same price.
69 models or something like that.
You could either have all that, or you could have one Nagash, and that's not even with his rules. You have to get the rule book for £50 as well.
Yeah, or limited edition as well. Don't forget that.
True.
Yeah, that's why I looked at it, because the first with the Dungeon Saga, can I scare everybody? When I first saw it, I wasn't really massively interested, but then I thought, well, I've never actually done a Kickstarter properly, like put a lot of money, a lot of money into it, and then secondly, I've never really had a game on my own that I've been able to like say invite people around to my house and play. I've only like gone around to other people's because they've got boards and stuff. Like with a game like that, people can come around here and I can set it up and we can have a game and do stuff like that. And I really like I've not really got any fantasy stuff really, like dwarfs and elves and stuff like that. So I thought it was quite a good time to get involved.
Did you used to play Hero Quest or anything like that back in the day?
Far too young for that.
I've been playing Warhammer Quest recently, and it is so much fun. Any game system out there literally gets wiped by this game because it's a mix between role-playing and tabletop wargaming, and it is so stupid. Like, your dwarf, if you roll a double one, he basically trips over his own beard and knocks himself out. There's stuff like that is all around, and that's kind of why I went for it as well, because they are just, you could quite happily lose 8 hours on this game and not get bored. 4 people can quite happily just bash into it. So, but yeah, you're right. A year is quite a long time to wait, but I always look at it in the case of one day a big box of stuff turns up.
Yeah, surprise.
If you get into the habit of doing Kickstarters as well, then you won't look at it that way because you'll have whatever you ordered last year arriving this year. So you'll get something every year if you back one a year, won't you?
Yeah.
If you look at it that way.
Well, I mean, I backed the Games and Gears battle boards, and we're still waiting on those. I mean, no fault of their own. They had a lot of production issues. There was a big flood where they were producing the boards, so that's knocked them back quite a bit. But still, I think we were supposed to get them in May.
Yeah, we were.
Something like that, is it? So I mean, I'm still waiting for those, and this is just the sort of thing that can happen with a Kickstarter. And I don't know, some of them I look at and I think absolutely brilliant. I don't mind waiting, but when it's going to take 12 months from a company that's produced so many good things before, that could quite happily have just gone and produced it and went, boom, here's your game system. I don't know.
Well, Prodos have got the same thing at the moment. The AVP was supposed to be out in May, and it looks like it's possibly going to be November now. So, but again, yeah, the problem is they've got a whole rights thing, and they have to get signed off by 20th Century Fox, so everything has to go through approval, and like people are starting to hammer into them now. But at the end of the day, it will arrive eventually. It's just
if they put in the risks and challenges at the bottom. Not just saying but anybody. If they put in the risks and challenges at the bottom, saying this could potentially happen, this could I know it's really hard, but once they've done one, in the next one, they can say this potentially could happen, this could potentially happen. No one really can complain because they know what they're doing. I think it's more like if they say it's coming out on X amount of date and they haven't got their product, they're going to get a bit upset because they've already paid for it like a year ago. That's the only thing with that Kickstarter, but like I'm quite an understanding person. Like personally, as long as it won't like over 6 months.
I wouldn't have any reservations about Dungeon Saga though, with Mantic's track record of actually successfully getting all their Kickstarters out there.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to worry too much about that. They have a bit of a dilemma, don't they?
As well, it was pretty good, wasn't it, when it hit like 1 million? And I don't think anybody, including Mantic, who expect it to even hit 500,000.
I think they would have been happy with less than they got.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to happen once the campaign starts.
The last update, if anyone watched it, were perfect. We were all waiting for the last update, our more stretch goals, and they were just like, literally, we have nothing left. Because they didn't have anything, because they'd done it up to maybe 1 million, and then thought. And then I reckon like the days before they've gone, oh my god, what happens if this does go to 1 million? Like, what happens if it does? And then they just added in these things that they didn't even know that were going to happen. So
I think if it had gone even crazier, they would have had more stuff they could have pulled out at the last minute. But I think it got to a point where they felt like we don't really need to put anything else in this. Anything else would just be putting more things in for the sake of it that doesn't really add to the game, and it's costing them more money to make it.
Well, like there were like 35,000 pledge goal, stretch goal, and it was like a whole like giant model for free in the Kickstarter, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is just getting better.
Yeah, people who backed right at the start and then didn't check on it again until the end suddenly saw. When you had the original game content, you could see it all on the screen, and by the end you actually had to scroll down the page multiple times to see everything that was in the
It
box.
was really, really cool. It
For
was
the same
fun.
price.
I've never really had like that. I waited up all the way through. I mean, hangouts with people like watching it, and I'm just like, this is just it's like the buzz you get from like watching a Kickstarter creep like to its end goal. Really, really cool.
On the subject of Kickstarter, we should be getting our Tarot of Loka cards soon, shouldn't we?
We'll have our Tarot Loka cards. We'll have our Tarot Loka cards on the 28th of this month when we go collect them. So that'd be pretty cool. Get us Tarot on.
Secret location, so secret even we don't know where it is yet.
Yeah, it's very, very secret. We've got a date and who's going, but we don't know where it is. So, secrets.
I'm going to be having a close look, and then if my name isn't in the rulebook, I'm going to start scribbling it in every single one. Since I had 2 ideas that I believe have gone in there.
I had one idea that definitely went in, so
I'm working.
there.
I think we should start trying to negotiate some kind of royalties, Spud, since it's too late for him to do anything about it. The game's already been made.
Well, I'm working on something for a Kickstarter that's going to be out soon, but I can't say anything at the moment. But hopefully next week, when it comes out, I can tell you more about it. But I'm working on something.
Oh, okay, one of those secrets, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the companies saying, please can you not tell anyone? And you're like, it'll make so much more fun if I tell everyone. Like, everyone can get excited about it. But
That's just as bad as when someone says, oh, so there's a bit of it, and you go, what? And you go, no, it don't matter. No, what did you say? No, it don't matter, don't matter. No, just tell me what I said. No, don't matter. That's what that felt like just then.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I've got a really awesome Kickstarter that's going to benefit the entire community, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I'll tell you what, Spud, I will message you what it is.
Then I'll tell everybody.
You just broken your confidentiality. Oh, dear, man.
I haven't done it yet, so...
You haven't done it yet, but you...
I said I'd message him, but I didn't say where I'd message him.
I'm going to break the country. I what you're singing. Look on your face.
Oh, are you jealous, Dan?
It could be just a picture of his nipple.
I'm very jealous.
Spud,
In fact, I think I'm going to cuddle my first place in the X-Men tournament.
I bet whatever it is, it's not as exclusive as some of the privileged information that I'm sitting on at the moment.
Is that uncomfortable? Is it uncomfortable?
So we're all doing that. Well, I've got information as well.
You don't know.
Sorry?
Have you really?
I have actually got really information. I've learnt it today and yesterday. So I've got 2 pieces, so stick it
Well,
there.
I have at least 2 pieces.
Oh, just stop lying.
Spud, I've got videos and people are telling me, no, you can't make that public, or you have to mute that. You have to put music over that part of the video.
Romantic. So that's one secret revealed.
There's at least 2 different companies involved in my secret, Spud.
2? Oh, wow. Non-stop secrets everywhere.
Top
Secrets
secret stuff all over the place.
We're that secretive now that we're holding secrets against each other.
We are. We don't share anything among ourselves. We're just going to have a big secret compilation each, and then when they're finally allowed to be revealed, we'll find out who the true secret master is.
Yeah,
CWG.
secret Chilling Wargamers, and the episode will be called Secrets.
Chilling Wargamers Undressed, we could call it.
Yeah.
Well, please don't.
People are definitely.
Those are all strong kind of messages.
Yeah, we already had that on the final Chuffy episode, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't think people need reminding of that. Right, audience comments. Graham Collin wants to know why I'm not wearing any orange.
What t-shirt are you wearing, Andy?
It's a fair point, but I am actually wearing my wonderful Adepticon t-shirt, which they did not have in orange, sadly.
Shocking.
Maybe next year. E-Tron says the Forge Fiend looks well cool.
Thank you.
Let's see. Bazooka J Rambo is asking if I've made a Hercule Poirot General to go in my Belgian army, and I have not yet. But as
So
soon
do
as I get a character, I am planning to put the little moustache on it if he doesn't already have one. So that should be nice. Let's see here.
Can we talk about the secret podcast that we're going to be doing, Andy? Is that another secret?
I didn't hear anything there, Spud. I certainly didn't hear about any secret podcast.
Ah,
Secret podcast.
So yeah, so that's a secret.
Spud, you're spilling all the beans tonight.
Oh, I can't help it.
Although, that is no longer considered one of your secrets now, because you've let it out the bag. So
No,
your secret quota has just dropped.
No, that would just so I had 3 secrets then.
Not anymore.
Yes,
You just sacrificed one of them.
Yeah.
Bazooka J. Rambo, he wants to know why Dan's mustache and beard have disappeared.
He donated them to Hercule Poirot.
He's lost all his strength.
Unfortunately, my brother was getting married, so it needed to be trimmed to
Oh yeah, on a convenient day.
Yeah, convenient day. It was my brother's wedding. Unconveniently fell on a relics tournament day, which I wanted to go to.
That old chestnut. Oh yeah, my brother's getting married.
Yeah, unfortunately, I managed to trim too much of my beard off. It looked stupid, so I all had to go, unfortunately. And it's now not like to return anytime soon because I've got a new job, and the new employers don't like growth of facial hair.
Well, look at this pinnacle of manliness. Look at the list that's going on here.
Yeah, but you haven't got a job.
Mine's steaming at the head again.
I'm a professional man.
Okay.
Right. Does anyone want to give away?
When you start that one, Andy.
Who wants to do the contest? I think everyone's ready for that, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right.
I won the contest.
Right then. If you take a look at this here, this is our prize from Acolyte Miniatures, the Butcher, 32mm resin miniature from the House of Lies and Bones, presented by Goldfish of Justice.
It's not really something that you really want to build a house out, is it really?
Chicken bones and just lying about it. Hell yeah.
Well, I have it on good authority that this model is going to be released within the month, I believe, so you'd get your prize by then. And this is going to be a little bit different, this competition. We're not going to give away this right now, but you're going to have a chance to enter over the coming week, and I'm going to give you the details of that right now. Now, you may have noticed that Spud, if you've been following along with him while he's not had internet, has been doing a fair amount of exercise. He's turned into quite a physical specimen, hasn't he?
Okay.
So, along with the theme of a butcher, I have found an exclusive picture of Spud and his new physique, which I'm about to reveal to you.
Does Spud know about this?
No.
He's about to find out all about it. There we go.
Andy, have you been stalking him again?
So, to win that butcher, what you have to do is label the cuts of meat on a spud.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought he'd been cheating. I thought that was a plastic surgeon's marks.
Now, whoever comes up with the funniest combination of cuts for that delicious piece of man there and posts it on the Facebook group, there'll be a special post for this. Just put your entries underneath.
I thought he'd just been to some weird club.
That is one way you could take the image, certainly.
Spearmint Razorback.
No, those are meat cuts. So label them. There'll be more information on a Facebook post coming shortly after the show. If you want to win that butcher model, you know what you have to do. Right. What do you think about that, Spud?
Looks identical, to be honest.
Exclusive image of your physique. How many hours a day you've been down to the gym to get a physique like that?
Twice a day, 1.5 hours, so 3 hours a day. 180 minutes of pure sweat and aggression.
Have you had to change your diet?
Yeah, a lot.
What's the biggest change?
I don't eat chocolate or fizzy pop at all anymore. I want a massive bigger of that, but I used to love chocolate buttons, so I've cut all that out. I usually have like if I go on a super detox, I don't have any takeaways at all. I eat my breakfast every single day, no matter what. I eat every 2 hours, small thingy, and my breakfast and my dinner's my biggest part of my meals a day.
Have you completely cut out Wargamer sandwiches?
They've definitely gone.
What about the Colonel?
The Colonel, no.
You slip every now and then, don't you?
I slip every now and again with the Colonel, but, you know, he's a nice guy.
He's just an occasional visitor now.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He doesn't go...
He doesn't sleep on your sofa anymore.
Yeah, doesn't have 3 times a week. He just comes once every other week when I go to Andy's.
Right. On the subject of Spud. There's a poem for you, Spud. Would you like to hear it?
Should I go put my light on? Because it's getting pretty dark in here, isn't it?
Well, you can do that, and then you can give me a drum roll when you get back.
I ain't got the sound effects, but yeah, okay.
Hang on. Have I got one?
Not yet. He can't hear it if he's putting his light on. Well, Mr. Elstonation went off a bit prematurely with his drum roll there. So now that Spud's back, can we have another one? Cut off from the world, he was a man in need, and to make matters worse, he resides in Leeds. No hangouts, no Facebook, no contact at all. Not even the Colonel gave him a call. But now he's back, and he's ready to chill. Life without internet? He's had his fill. Chicken for everyone, as long as you've been good. And provided you get to it before the mighty Spud.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Andy.
It's emotional to have you back, Spud.
Thank you.
You were out in the wilderness for all those months.
I know, it's been absolutely crazy. It's just my life's just been absolutely bonkers. Proper bonkers.
What's the first thing you did when you got the internet back?
Well, that's a bit X-rated. Went through a box to clean it.
What's the first thing you did when you got your internet back that's suitable for broadcast at this time?
Well, went on the Hangouts.
Isn't it?
So probably on about day 3 of having internet. We're on 2 now.
Yeah, day 3 of internet. Yeah, I just played on my Xbox and just got into Hangouts talking and stuff. I think that was it really. I didn't know anything else. Because I was so busy with college and stuff. Yeah, that's what I did.
Right, I'll have a quick look through the comments. Graham Collin is telling me that the Smurfs are Belgian.
We're talking the Smurfs.
I thought they were
He's
from
talking
Ultraman.
about the real Smurfs. As far as I know, the Ultramarines don't have any Belgian roots at all.
They might do.
Maybe.
They might.
Yeah.
It's entirely
It
possible.
might be a secret conspiracy all this time.
Let's see. Mark Keedwell says, "We know the secret," and then he's winked and stuck his tongue out.
Which one?
Yeah, but which one does he know?
Whose secret does he know?
Shit, you know my secret, and I didn't tell him I've got a secret. God damn it!
Is it the fact that after that shave you are slowly turning into Mr. Putrid Painting?
I'm turning into him.
No, Dan is. Look at that. He's got he's got hair length. He's had a shave.
Yeah, he is a
Slowly
bit.
morphing into him.
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
You start to notice kind of a nurgly stench emanating from anywhere. You'll know the transformation's complete.
Mr. Blackbird, he pledged $277 into the Kickstarter. What a crazy animal. Is anybody going to the Dragon Days on the 20th in Newport? 100% definitely not going. That's my first game of rugby in the season, so I'm out.
Yeah, that's a bit far, isn't it?
Newport is Wales.
Maybe.
Definitely for too far, and I'll say I've got my first game of rugby.
Alright, let's see who else has said something. Wargamer Girls, glad to see Spud back.
Delicious. Are we mentioning the secret we've got tomorrow night, or we're just keeping that secret till tomorrow?
Well, Spud, you could make an exclusive reveal now if you want, because that'd just rack up dozens and dozens of viewers.
Yeah, so this is another secret, so I've actually still got 2 secrets left. So I actually had 4, I'm just a secret master.
I think you're making these secrets up.
So the secret is, tomorrow, around between 6 and 10 PM, I don't know what time we're actually doing it yet, but you'll find out on Facebook.
You can't be any more precise than that, though, can you?
It's going to be the delicious Mr. Pidge. If you've never heard of him, he's a genius. It will be myself, Andy of the 2 of the D6, Mr. Elsination for the Nation, and Mr. the Great of the Jojo Man. And all 5 of us will be doing the adventure of the chilling Wargamers, Dungeons and Dragons. Roleplay, online roleplaying.
Broadcast for the world to see.
Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. I've never played before.
I have a question.
Really? Yes?
Are you using the new rule set?
I don't think so.
I'm going to say, ask Mr. Pidge.
He's the one that knows the rules.
Mr. Pidge is a genius of everything in the world of what we're going to be playing in. He's actually got like a whole blog of the world of what he's created in his mind that is just a pure genius. So if you want to ask questions tomorrow, come along. I don't know how long the sessions are going to last for, but we've got this first adventure tomorrow, official adventure.
What time does that start?
Between 4 PM and 10 PM.
When we have an official start time, we'll put it up on the Facebook group.
Yeah, I don't really know. Probably realistically, I don't get home from college, so so between 7 and 10 it's going to start between there.
Cool.
But it'll be recorded anyway, so if you do miss it, you can watch it again later on or another day.
You can watch it dozens of times if you like.
Yeah, and click all the ads.
Did anybody watch the
free.
Pax Prime Acquisitions Incorporated game? That was brilliant.
I've watched like the first quarter because they're proper long out there. I've watched like the first quarter of
really
2014, I think it is, of the new one that they released on the channel. It's really, really good. That's where I kind of got the idea from, because I watched last year's, and then I was like, hang on a minute, we could do this in Google Hangouts, because the other thing we need is a good DM. I knew a good DM, and I thought we just need a few people that kind of know what they're doing, other than me, and then we'll just go with the flow, see what goes on.
I think it was kind of like the last 20 minutes or so, and I was non-stop laughing my head off. I downloaded it onto my iPad so I could watch it while I was at work, and I was just sat in the corner of the canteen with my headphones on, laughing myself stupid. I got so many weird looks.
Is that while you want to do it, or something just in general?
Well, that's just in general. I had a few extra looks when I started laughing, so yeah.
So we're getting into Dungeons and Dragons. It's official, real-life Dungeons and Dragons on the world of the YouTubes.
I'm not sure if the world's ready for it, to be honest. But
Yeah, I know. Another sneaker. My name is Gorak, and I'm a half ogre, half human. So I'm playing myself, really.
Top or bottom?
Sorry?
Which half, top or bottom?
Bit of a mix.
Left or right?
Top back.
Ooh.
Oh, now he's confusing me. So yeah, anyway.
I think that's going to be the story of the whole adventure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Add to your backstory.
This is just going to be all the way through. What?
You want me to do what?
Spud hit.
It's not where?
Spud hit. Spud hit.
Just
That's it.
what I'll say is just be careful with what you actually say. I remember being in a D&D group, and we had an ever-burning torch that we were taking, and nobody really had enough room to carry it, so we had a mule, and I accidentally said to put the ever-burning torch into the mule instead of onto it. Yeah.
Bestiality, but that's cool.
We'll try and steer away from that kind of business on our D&D, I think.
Yeah, we're none of that. we think, anyway.
If there is, it'll be in very limited quantities and it'll be somewhat censored.
Yeah.
Right, I think we've just about wrapped up then, Mr. Spud.
Yeah, what time is it already? The time's been, oh my god. 1 hour already? 1 hour
The
of
time
fun.
flies by, doesn't it, when you're chilling again?
Can I quickly ask, has anybody got onto the Battle Systems Dungeon Terrain Kickstarter?
Nope.
No, but I got the other Battle Systems one come through the other day.
Have you done anything with it yet?
Yes.
Or like me, it's still in this box.
No, I've actually put it together.
How's the
Shocking!
quality?
No, you can't do that. That's not what it's for. It's supposed to leave it in this box with your Kickstarter stretch goal parts on top of the box.
No, it's quite fun. It's a bit of a pain in the ass at some points, but I mean, it's all right. You get a hell of a lot of stuff in that box. That's a scary amount.
Cool.
What level did you go for? Did you go for this one on the stronghold?
Yeah, Stronghold. I also added on the bunker thing, so I can basically put walls around it, so I can stick it on top of a game, so you can go from like the battlefield into the bunker, and then have a fight in there.
I like it.
Yeah. I
Might
thought
just go to your house and nick them.
if you want to travel that far and try, then be my guest.
So, quickly, what is everybody up to in the next week or two? Mr. Andy?
I don't think I actually have
Any
too many
games?
war game related plans in the next week or two. I just had a few.
Yeah.
One or two of them fell through at the last minute, but I did get that bolt action game in. Haven't lined up anything for the next couple of weeks yet, so it's mostly going to be painting and then arranging when to go down to my new territory, in my new capacity as the Tor Gaming Relics Ranger.
Yeah.
There'll be more about that coming up soon.
Danbringer?
I'm been in the process of constructing a new man cave because there's a little Danbringer on the way, and I'm currently sitting in what will be the nursery. So I'm losing one man cave and getting another. I'm actually got an upgrade in the long and short of things. So I'm hopefully going to be spending a lot of time prepping a new man cave. I've got a nice beast of a table that's 9 foot by 4 foot in there. Got a new workbench and stuff for painting area. And I'm slowly but surely going to have to start moving stuff out of here and into the new man cave.
Are you actually going to call your newborn child Danbringer?
I don't think my wife would ever forgive me if I did.
But if you did,
But if I did, it would be quite interesting. But I'm sure when the child gets to a certain age, it'd probably disown me.
Here's a question: are you going to name it after a Primark?
Right? What?
Okay.
At the clothing shop?
Yep. Are you going to name it Discount Jeans, for example?
Oh yeah. Yeah, discount jeans. No. We've either got Jessica or Xander. But anyway, that's by and by. That's not really wargame related, but eventually we'll have a young mind to distort and. Well, that sounds weird, but anyway.
if we get 1,000 people to comment on one of our videos saying Danbringer, would you name it Danbringer?
No.
But we've got 10,000 people.
How many people would it
If we've
take?
got 10,000 people suggesting that, I'd put the suggestion to my wife, and she'd overrule me.
Is there a number that would get her convinced?
Yeah, but
A
it probably
million people.
involves money, though.
So if we got 10,000 people each donating 50p,
I don't think that'd be enough.
you'd name your child Danbringer.
I don't think that'd be enough to pay for all the counselling of the emotional scarring that you'd give to the child.
And also, when it got to a certain age, it could change its name by default to like Spud. Interesting.
Yeah, if my child changes its name to Spud after a certain amount of years, Spud, I would not be impressed.
I think we'd find that the locks changed when he got home, probably.
It was so awesome, though.
On that note,
Yeah, on that note, Mr. Elstonation.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Elston, if you had a kid, About 1,000 people would you call it, Dan Bringer?
I'll tell you what, get 1 million and I will seriously consider it. But I'm not having a kid, so you're going to have to wait a while.
Okay.
All I'm doing this week is getting ready for this Kickstarter thing, getting rid of one commission and getting another commission in.
You just get rid of it, you're just going to throw it away? That's not...
Yeah, just out the window. So yeah, it's been fun painting Nurgle, but I mean, enough's enough. And now my new commission is going to be Space Wolves. So,
Woo!
yay! So apart from that,
Vikings! Space Vikings!
Yes. Yeah, a lot of ginger beards going
Space
on.
pillaging.
What's wrong with strawberry blonde beards?
Strawberry blonde. Nothing's wrong with strawberry blonde. There's something wrong with ginger.
Yeah, we call it inbred. Actually, it's not called a colour. Mr. Roll of the models. Any games or models that you're up to painting in the next few weeks?
Mainly painting, really, just the War Machine stuff to try and get a bunch of points for the Journeyman. Apart from that, photography, cycling, and getting shot.
At the same time.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
That's pretty awesome. So you're on your bike, with your camera, getting shot.
Assault rifle.
Perfect. That sounds
I like
awesome.
It's not normally something people go for, is actually going out the way to get shot.
You try your best not to, but when people are aiming quite a number of rifles at you, yeah.
Being shot out of a cannon, I can kind of understand.
Yeah.
No, I'll be using the
taking
cannon for the
photos.
photography, but I'll be getting shot with a rifle.
Okay, that makes sense. now.
I know what you're doing. You're going to a firing squad, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been charged with treason. I'm just
Taking pictures of the firing squad
Yeah. You refuse
while
to
on your
blindfold-
bicycle.
You refuse to blindfold on the grounds that it obstructs your ability to take a picture.
no.
You know,
It's just
and then they're going to say, on the count of 3, fire.
bit of airsofting. Would recommend it to anybody. It's brilliant.
Well, as much as we enjoy planning the murder of Ryan,
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that could be a new sport. It's like airsofted on bicycles.
I think we could have a separate show on that topic only. And then we could just talk about it at great length for a good couple of hours one evening. But for now,
Yeah,
I think
so-
that just about wraps up, doesn't it, Mr. Spud?
Yeah, so in the next week or two, I want to play some more relics, so we need to get Dan to get some relics set up, get some more battle reports. I need to do some how to build videos on some relic stuff for some people, and really, hopefully, get this Dungeons and Dragons thing up and running if we don't have a show next week. Hopefully, we're going to try and get shows on Sundays or Mondays, I think, because Sundays, hopefully, a lot more people are around and we've all got time, because I've got college Tuesdays and I've got rugby on Thursdays, so kind of stuck. So we could have Wednesdays maybe, but Andy likes football. I know it's horrible, but
It'll change on a week-to-week basis, generally.
Yeah, it's going to
There's
change from
an eye
it's
on
definitely
Facebook.
not going to be Thursdays anymore. Definitely not going to be Thursdays.
Oh,
So it's
so
just going to
football,
be change.
Beaver.
Sorry?
I'm talking about Andy. Football. Call yourself a wargamer.
It's a man's sport, not like that rugby nonsense. Anyway, I think that's the end of the show, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been emotional, guys. Thank you to all the beautiful chillers, which everyone are, but anyway, that way. To all the beautiful chillers that turn up all the time and been supporting the show. Thank you to all you guys that have come tonight, especially, and all the people that are going to watch this afterwards. You know, you all mean so much for us to keep doing this. My main priority was to get the internet so I could come back on, do this kind of thing and help you guys out there. Hopefully get some more stuff to give away. We've been thinking of trying to get like a proper production of t-shirts and stuff like that. It's just, we need the financial backing and stuff to get. There's loads of things we've got planned in the future. Just try and stay with us. Try and get some more interviews with some special guests. And yeah, emotional times. I love you all, and that's all that matters. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Time for curry.
Au revoir.
Bye. Girls.